Solana, fire off the remaining Dolphins games here. I'll give you a legit win or loss.
They're 3-0. They have Buffalo Sunday in Buffalo.
Here's why I consider this next game a win, Crowder. I can only go based on the first 3 games that you've seen of the season.
Yes.
And Buffalo looked better games 2 and 3 than they did game 1. Dolphins, to me, have looked almost perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can only go by what I've seen. I have already bet, my super followers on Twitter know, I have already placed a wager on the Dolphins plus 2.5 at even money at plus 100. The Dolphins now are plus 3, but it's minus 120. But I think I'm going to bet the Dolphins money line as well. I believe they win Sunday in Buffalo. I haven't seen anything this season that makes me believe they're going to lose.
I think they're winning Buffalo as well, but I know Buffalo's going to put points on the board. I think this is a high-scoring game, but I'm with you. I'm betting the Dolphins.
All right, next game.
Back at home, hosting the New York Football Giants.
Ass whooping.
I mean, it seems on paper like that's an ass whooping. I actually believe the Giants, though, are going to win this Sunday. I did a pick 'em pool, and I think I picked the Giants. I have to go back and look. Let me see who they're playing.
The Giants look terrible against Dallas, but they're starting to look better and better. And I'm telling you, I really do believe in Brian Daboll that he can fix Daniel Jones. The second half of that Arizona game, Daniel Jones isn't going to be terrible. So I'm with you, but I don't think they can run with the Dolphins.
Giants play Monday night, and they host Seattle. Seattle's actually a 1-point favorite in New York Monday night.
Seattle's good.
Seattle's good, and I like Geno Smith, but I think the Giants win that game on Monday night. So, going into the Dolphins game, I don't think it'll look on paper as much as a laugher as we think it will right now, but I've got the Dolphins at 5-0 right now.
They host the 0-3 right now Carolina Panthers, Week 6, Hard Rock Stadium.
I mean,
listen,
talk me out of Dolphins minus 14.
Bryce Young's healthy, or if it's Andy Dalton, the Air Hawk.
Either way.
Plus 14.
Then this is where the schedule definitely gets a little tougher. Sunday Night Football at the Philadelphia Eagles at the Linc.
Okay.
Terrified.
I'll give you that. I don't think the Dolphins are going to go 17-0.
Yeah.
But I've got the Dolphins winning that one. So I have them at 7-0 right now.
I'm worried about that one.
Why are you terrified?
Because you're in Philly, Sunday Night Football, primetime, defending Super Bowl champions. They have a chance to be undefeated at that time as well. One of the only 2 teams that are still undefeated, and the Eagles can play both sides of the ball. The Dolphins have trouble stopping the run. It's what the Eagles are based around. I just don't think that's a good matchup for the Dolphins.
I'm a little timid about it, for sure. Wouldn't be shocked if the Eagles won. I'm not terrified of anybody at this point.
A very big stage. You know what? Is that the first primetime game too?
Well, they were on Sunday Night Football a couple weeks ago, so that will be their first primetime game since then. Back on Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, with the Patriots. I don't. If it was in Miami, I'd feel different, but in Philly, I'm worried about it.
Then they're back at home Week 8, hosting the New England Patriots.
I mean, you've already seen it once. You'll see it a second time. They'll be 8-0 there.
Yeah, read that book.
Week 9 in Germany versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
What do they got there? They got bratwurst in Germany.
They got a Kelsey burger.
Schnitzel.
You think Taylor Swift travels to Germany?
That's another tough one.
Schnitzel. It's a good call.
They got beer.
I almost like them.
Big Steins.
Yeah.
I like them beating Kansas City more than the Eagles, to be honest.
Is that game in October?
It's not. It's November 5th.
Because that would have been great. Oktoberfest in Germany. Brats and beers.
Over under that game is 92.
I'm going to take the Dolphins in that one. I have them at 9-0 right now.
I think the bigger storyline, will Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift still be an item by November 5th?
Zero chance. This relationship is on steroids.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw Mad Dog Russo on First Take. Like, he's so right. What is it? Date number 2. He's got the parents together in the suite. Yeah. Like, this is on steroids. This is like whatever would happen in a normal relationship. It is being compressed to this much time. Oh, we met. Oh, we're in love. Our parents have to meet. That is, 3 months from the breakup, which means 3 days in this relationship.
He ain't even went to the bathroom in front of her.
Right.
I love this headline. I was going to get to it at some point, and the headline doesn't give you the context that obviously you need, but I just love the headline. Travis Kelce opens up about Taylor Swift in podcast. Quote, "She's pretty ballsy." So after week 9, Dolphins come back. They have a bye, week 10.
Okay.
When?
Week 11, hosting the Las Vegas Raiders, who right now are 1-2.
Was that Jimmy G?
Yeah, they'll book them.
Yeah. Was that 10 games? They're 10-0 right now. Again, I'm being honest here. Like, I don't have them at 17-0, but at this point, just based on the facts that we have, I have them at 10-0.
I got them at 9-1. I think they drop either that Eagles or Chiefs game.
Okay, fair.
Coward. Week 12. This is that Black Friday game at the New York Jets. That'll be on Prime Video.
Woo! I mean, that is, unless Aaron Rodgers can make it back by November 25th or whatever the date is. Good night, Irene.
Start Mike White just to put it to him.
Put it to him.
Yeah.
I like that. 11-0.
That's a good call there, Crowder. Week 13, they're at Washington to face the Commanders.
Who's that? Powell?
Sam Howell, North Carolina.
Yeah.
You know how to say his name. He used to whoop the Canes' ass for a couple years.
12-0. Or is that 11?
No, that's 12. You have them at 12-0 right now.
12-0.
Week 14, they host the Tennessee Titans Monday Night Football. Ryan Tannehill, Tua Tagovailoa.
Right. Probably won't be Tannehill still at that point. It would be what? Malik Willis?
Or they brought in that big old white boy. Will Levis or something?
Nah, but they would go to Malik Willis, wouldn't they?
I don't know. We had I think we talked about this sometime where Tannehill was terrible, and they were talking about they have two workable backup quarterbacks.
Listen, they could play Willis, Levis, and Tannehill. The Dolphins are 13-0 leaving that game.
I dare them to start Will Levis against Tua Tagovailoa. I dare them. Then they have the New York Jets, week 15, December 17th at home.
Bunch of hoo-ha, 14-0.
Week 16 versus the Dallas Cowboys at home.
Now, Dak to me is an elite quarterback. So this one is interesting to me. I think we all agree Dak is one of the elite quarterbacks in the league.
No, we don't agree on that.
And you get down to crunch time at the end of the season like that, he's going to deliver.
I just watched him against Arizona. Light him up.
We talked about Micah Parsons earlier. He's good.
Yeah.
Where is that? That's in Dallas?
That's in Miami. That's
that's in Miami?
Yeah, Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve in Miami?
Noche buena.
A blowout. Blowout.
Week 17, New Year's Eve at the Baltimore Ravens.
Lamar Jackson. What do they got? Odell on the team there.
It's going to be cold as hell.
Mm-hmm.
And we're a fast team.
But Lamar's all banged up by the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to go.
We might have clinched by then.
Right. We may have clinched by then. You may be seeing Skylar Thompson.
No, if you're 15-0 at that point, You're going to sit Tua?
Well,
Hell
we know
no.
that McDaniel doesn't care about records.
We just saw him, Solana.
But I have them at 16-0 coming out of that game. I do think that they could beat Baltimore in Baltimore on New Year's. It would say New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve.
Right.
I think it's December 31st. Is that New Year's Eve this year?
Jimmy?
Not sure. I'll check.
All right.
I don't know. I'm saying right now, I think 14-2, and I'm the bad guy. That's a hell of a record.
It
Yeah,
is great.
31st.
I don't. Yeah, it is. I'm not hating on 14-2. I have them at 16-0.
Bro, the Dolphins have a chance to go 17-0, and McDaniel doesn't take it. You want to see how upset Dolphins fans can really get?
Golds didn't do it with Peyton.
Yeah.
We're Miami, though. That's our record. If anybody's going to break it, it's going to be us.
That's a great point.
Yeah. Could you imagine if the Dolphins can say they're the only undefeated team twice?
That is a great point. And you activate Mercury Morris.
Boom.
Didn't the Patriots go 17-0?
Lost in the Super Bowl.
Well,
They choked.
But
They
were
went
7
16-0.
Yeah.
Wasn't it a 16-game season back then?
Yeah.
was.
Then they won the playoff games.
Right, but you have to go. The Dolphins had a perfect season.
Yeah.
Patriots did not have a perfect season. They lost in the Super Bowl.
But the Super Bowl would have been the 19th game.
Correct.
Do it when it counts, Crowder. They lost to Eli Manning. Are you
I'm
kidding
saying,
me?
you say to go 17-0, but the Patriots did go 17-0, and then they lost. But the Dolphins would have to go what now?
But that's not a
20-0?
perfect season. A perfect season includes winning the Super Bowl.
That's a perfect regular season that the Patriots did.
Right. Yeah. Who celebrates the perfect regular season? Not Mercury Morris.
Plus, you lose to Eli Manning, you might as well have gone 0-16. Man, come on.
Twice to the Giants.
A great text. You guys can go to hell with this gigantic hex.
I'm not Exodus, fellas.
Now that I think of it, they're going to end up 3-14.
Week 18, final game of the season. They host the Buffalo Bills at the Rock.
Yeah, Bills will have nothing to play for, and the Dolphins, like you've mentioned, are going for the perfect season. I didn't think this was going to happen because I thought maybe they were like a 10-7 team. I have them 17-0. And that's, again, I'm not doing shtick. 17-0.
I think that week 18 against Buffalo will be maybe for the division, have a lot to do with playoff seeding. They're both going to the playoffs. One's going to win division. One's going to be a wild card. One's going to have to, play an extra game. That game's going to be huge.
And what's the date of that game, Solana?
January 7th.
Oh, you know what's going to be great about that date, too? Milwaukee Bucks are going to be mathematically out of it.
About a new year?
Yep. What a disaster. Oh, can you imagine Giannis and Dame Lillard together?
No chance.
That's your Dolphins' remaining regular season.
So then who would they play in round one of the playoffs? All right, there you go. 15 minutes of game day uncensored. I can't believe it. I did not see myself coming out of there at 17-0, but now that we've kind of marinated on it a little bit, I have them at 17-0.
Eagles, Chiefs, Buffalo, last game of the season are the ones that concern me.
Mm-hmm. As they should.
Yeah.
But the Dolphins will win those games.